This is a test shot.
I can't believe we're actually doing
test shot. When you're ready.
Okay, so tell us where we're going.
Well, I actually think this will be good for you to know because we now all live in this county where this has all happened. So once you said you wanted to go here, I was like, oh no, like maybe I've played this up to be a little more than it is. But today I got all nervous because I was like, I don't really have much to say besides this is where like teenagers go to have their little first date kikis. But
we're going to Third Bridge.
What is up, fam? Welcome to another haunted adventure.
Hello everyone and welcome back to A Haunting in Colorado.
So tonight's adventure
is one of the most famous thought to be paranormal spots in Colorado.
It's a really haunted place here in Colorado.
These stories almost give you chills.
We are at one of the most haunted locations.
Ghost Bridge, otherwise known as
the infamous Third Bridge.
Third Bridge.
Third Bridge.
Third Bridge is said to be haunted.
But anyway, this Third Bridge is it's apparently haunted.
Dude, slow down. What the frick is happening?
It's been haunted since around the 1860s, I think.
A site of a massacre.
It is said that people can see a woman walking in a white gown along the bridge.
Oh, it's dead. Like the massacre victims. So anyway, what I'm doing now...
Are you here somewhere, little girl?
Wait, we're out of here. Oh, we out. We out, fam.
Third Bridge. It is kind of an urban legend that is a popular hotspot for the teenagers, at least it used to be. I think people stopped going there because a few years ago there was a car of teenagers that their car swerved off the road, lit on fire, and they all died. And ever since I haven't really heard of people going there just because it was so tragic, like people in our school district died. So I started doing some research today on what actually happened there. So back in the day, before all of these massive houses and schools and King Supers were built, this is where, well, not here, not where Mom and Dad live. This is like the suburb, but out there. So it's a little more rural. Every house has like 6-7 acres of land, so they're like far in between houses. You don't have phone service out there. It's very rural. So back in the 1860s, the Arapaho and the Cheyenne tribes lived there because they followed the herds of buffaloes there. So this is where they all peacefully resided. They were happy living their lives. They all had wife and kids. They would go off in the day, hunt their hunties, and go home. Then some governor who sucked, his name was Governor Evans, decided that he did not like these people being there. So I feel like Kendall Ray right now.
I know, wow. You're so good at this.
That was the longest consecutive thing I've ever said.
There's script, like, this is so good. I'm like freaking out.
There's like a teleprompter in my brain.
Did you call Kendall Ray for tips?
There are actually a lot of victims in this case.
No, but
She lives here, right?
we should invite her. She probably knows all about it.
So this is where I don't know anything about it other than when I was in high school and trying to hook up with girls, we would take them there because there was no service, and when they get scared, they're more likely to like make out with us.
Yeah, I will say I went on like 3 dates to Third Bridge to have like a kiki because you feel so dangerous because you're like 16, someone just got their license, you're going out into the rural wilderness, it's scary. Anyway, back to Governor Evans and why he sucks. So, he decided that he did not want these Native Americans there. He formed this whole plan and he was trying to get his troops to go kill the Native Americans.
So he needs to make them look bad in some way so that his troops have a reason to go and do this.
So there's this guy that was kind of a hot shot over there, and his name was Nathan Hungate? Daniel Hungate? Nathan Hungate. I think. Any of this could be fact checked. I did a Google search.
So Daniel Hungate and Governor Evans didn't really get along.
But he went out with his hired help. He like went out with this guy to go hunt his buffaloes and stuff, and then he noticed that his cabin where he lived had smoke coming up through it. So he went back to his house, raced on his little horse back to his home, and his wife and his 2 children had been killed and scalped there. So
This is a lot. Like, people have scalped? Sorry.
Probably the worst way you could die.
people have scalped.
This is the middle of nowhere. How is all of this going down?
Then they found Nathan Hungate with his body like 2 miles from the house with 80 bullets in it.
So Governor Evans had a motive to kill Daniel Hungate, right?
So this started the Sand Creek Massacre.
So of course he blames it on the Indians.
Which was when this governor decided that they were going to kill all the Native Americans that lived out there.
Governor Evans says, we must go and kill these Native Americans. Look what they have done to our men.
So it's actually really sad. It's like a big part of history in rural Colorado because they killed all these innocent people that were just living their life there for no reason besides the fact that they were like white assholes.
This is where our ancestors fell November 29, 1864. Their flesh and their blood is a part of the soil.
700 U.S. soldiers charged.
Sherman's troops came in and swept through the village.
Cheyenne Chief Black Kettle prominently flew a U.S. flag and a truce flag. They were ignored.
And isn't this area, well, I don't want to dox your family, but isn't this...
What?
Arapaho?
Another fun fact is this is located in Arapaho County, and Arapaho is the tribe that was there.
It's on the Arapaho-Elbert County line, in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, we live in Arapaho County, which is a massive county.
Today marks 154 years since a tragic day in Colorado's history.
And then they were framed for this Hungate murder, and then they were murdered themselves. So it's really sad.
More than 200 Cheyenne and Arapaho villagers were killed by U.S. soldiers in southern Colorado in what's become known as the Sand Creek Massacre.
This was quite a ways away from Third Bridge. People think that maybe they came back to this specific place because maybe they camped out there the longest. They knew this place. It was home to them.
Third Bridge is said to be haunted, and the legend is long as the horizon is distant.
So what's like the legend? Like, oh, if you go there.
Trapping.